Alright, today I'm doing a tutorial slash review for the program Mod Creator Pre4 made by Mr. Crayfish. Now, as I'm not a professional at this program, I can't really say anything apart from what I've been working on myself. And what I've been working on myself is basically just gaming stuff like monitors, keyboards, mice, etc. But I was thinking of just making something quite basic in a way. So I thought, why not just create a simple, either we're gonna create a monitor or we're gonna create sort of a fat kind of thick torch, I think. Yeah, torch. But I'm not exactly sure, so I'll just go with what I find most fitting for myself, I guess. So we're just gonna simply go on the server here, and we're gonna go around and see what the north is. So this seems to be the north. Yes, so this is north, which we're facing currently. So this will be the sky right here. So let's just do this. Let's go back here. So let's spawn in the first object. And the first object you will see here, create element, new element, remove and duplicate here. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to be creating using the size in the element, position, and the global properties of ambient occlusion, which is a particle, which what it looks like when you break the block. You have rotation, which we're not going to use yet, but we're going to use phases, which decides what the block texture will be. Now, since this is north, east, south, west, up, and down, you can modify how the object looks on the sides, on the upper, top, or on the lower part, or on the back. You can modify how it's going to look on all the sides you have. So it's around, I think it's 6 sides approximately. Might be 7, not sure. Excuse my horrible math. Alright, so we're gonna create a new element. So new element, you click on here, and you see, now you get some new things. So you get the red line right here, which is, I think it's the south and west. I'm not exactly a professional at this, so yeah. Alright, so it seems like east is this way, which we're facing, and west is this, and south is this, so again, I'm not very good at either of these things like geography, etc. But let's not get off topic here. So we're going to be using the position keys, which is this one, and this one, to move the object or the element around. So let's create the support for what we're going to be using. So we're going to be using position. Remove this far, and then what you do is you have the shift key, which is for me under my caps. You hold the shift key in, and then you click on position, and you can see you get a new number here. And this pretty much commas or comma numbers. So you can choose this to get a bit more exact of what you're trying to do. So next we'll be using the middle one, and this one now actually we'll be using the right one. I'm sorry. Now, since we're facing south, and the easiest way to do this is pretty much the upper one goes north. It goes towards the south side and faces with the red towards the north. So let's just go a bit more. And again, make sure you're in line with the green line right here. When you come here, we're just gonna be simply using holding shift. Yeah, hold shift for decimal. So we're gonna hold shift. What you could do is just type this in 7.5 and then press enter, but I'm not going to do that right now. 4, and there we go. So 5. Now, since I want this to be a little bit thinner, as it's one element out of 16 high, whatever, I'm not good at math, I'm sorry. We're just going to create these into 5. All of these into 5, there we go. It's not that important to me really, but let's just continue on. So I think that was actually somewhat. Let's just do, whoops, let's actually do 4. There we go. So that's 7.8, and that's also 7.8. So there we go. All right, now if you hold your mouse like this and you use the right, you hold left control and you right click, and you hold the right click and you drag upwards. As you can see, increase the size without actually clicking on this one. So that's just an easy way. If you use left click, you also drag it around like this, which is also very useful. Let's have this around this high right now. Yeah, why not? Now let's create the support. So we're gonna be creating a new element. Now I think, yeah, you can name these things. I'm just gonna name this pillar support for now. I have no idea what to name it. So this one is gonna be actual yeah, I spelled that right. Support. There we go. Pillar support, which is this one right here, and the actual support, which is the single cube we have right now. And since we want this to be, we don't want this to be this thick. We're gonna use this middle size and hold shift and press this until we've gone to number 2. There we go. Then move it so that we have it in, oops, incorrect placement. Should be here. And then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make this just a bit thinner. Make this about that thin, why not? I'm gonna place this in front here. Oh, that looks good. Alright. Let's try this here. Whoops. That was not meant to be that. That was not meant to. I love when this happens, don't you? Alright, let's just do that and let's do this time, alright? That worked better, indeed. I'm just gonna actually just try this here. There we go. Now to copy these things, you click on the cube you want to do something with, and you click the double paper here, duplicate element. And then you just press Ctrl and V. I think that does it. Yeah, it does. Okay, so you can just use these to move it around now. And there we go. And then I want to create a new cube. Name this. Let's see. So I just named the front to back support because it is front to back here. As you can see on the blue lines right here, this is backwards and this front. So forward, I mean. I'm sorry. Let's click a new element. Let's put this down to 2 again. And let's just continue. Whoops, that was incorrect. I'm sorry. Things happen, you know. Do that. Let's go here, go back a little bit, and make sure that we have this one. I think this is, yep, that is what we want to do. That's here. Whoops. There we go, and then we can copy this by using Ctrl C and Ctrl V, because I just find it easier, you know. Or just duplicate, whatever. Do this, and let's do that. There we go. So now we have the support. Now, you'll probably ask, how do you get this support on now? And for that, you can just continue to duplicate this as much as you want, really. Like that. Duplicate that. Just continue to duplicate, really. And there we go. So now we have duplication. So now to color these, I'm just gonna click on this one. I'm gonna click on faces. Click on north image, and here you have texture manager. Now, if you click import, you'll find a lot of files in here, but I'm just gonna go straight to my assets, Minecraft, textures, and then blocks, which you can find all blocks in. So I'm gonna be using hardened clay for this one. Let's find hardened clay. So I found hardened clay cyan, and now if you click copy and then shift paste, you paste it in on all the sides. It goes pretty much the same for this one. You can just repeatedly click on all these and click paste, paste. You can just continue this until your whole structure is finished, and it's just, oh whoops, that may or may not happen. Alright, let's click slash shift paste and then shift paste. And now we got a support which is fully in cyan, hardened clay. So now we can go ahead and make our monitor the screen. So since this is just 16 pixels, this is not going to be a very big monitor, but if you want to stretch it outside the block, you have to be cautious because it is going to come up with the render errors on the right side, which I've noticed with a lot of my monitors and such, because if you have one side of the screen too much out towards out of the block, and you have the same thing on the other side, the right side is going to come up with the render errors, so be cautious of that. Just a reminder, okay? Now let's create the monitor, or the actual screen itself. So let's create a new element. This is going to be, since this is going to be flat screen monitor, we're just going to be doing 1, and then this one doing 0.5, I think. That's it. Position, it's important again. Let's do this. Seems like we have to put 6 on actually. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, so we're just going to do this. Now, I'm going to put this as far out as I can. I'm going to create, so that seems enough for me, to be honest. Yeah, so there is going to be a little bit render erroring here, but don't mind that, because that's, if you have like half a pixel of rendering errors, that doesn't really mean much to me, so I don't really mind it. Let's do paste, and there we go. And now, let's create a new element. Let's do this one. We'll be doing, actually no, that's going to be the same one, isn't it? Yep, it is. Okay. This one's also going to be 1, and then we continue. We can just immediately do this. Whoops, and that is enough to me. Is this good enough? It is good enough to me. So let's not do this too overrated, but we're gonna make this copy and then just go up again. There we go. So faces, paste, and then let's copy this. Sorry about the outside sound. I'm sitting with my balcony door open, so I apologize for that. Let's do this, and actually we're gonna do this. Not that much, no. There we go, and then boom. So now we have the actual screen ready, but we don't actually have the inside of the screen, which is what you look at when you look at your television or monitor in this case. Let's go ahead and create a new cube. I haven't been bothered to create names for these because I'm simply too lazy. I'm sorry. Let's create about 3, shall we? Sure. Okay. So let's go up. Let's go to the side. I don't know why I call that the side. Excuse me. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Go ahead and do this. Make sure it's nice and comfy. It's not too false. There we go. And now we can just continue to stroll around. Whoops. Right, there we go. And now we just put, whoops, that was a bit too much. I agree. Now on the north side, we're gonna have black wool because that's usually what TV is made out of Minecraft, isn't it? I think so. Apply. That's actually north side. Did I do something wrong here? I feel like I did something wrong. Yes, I did. Okay. Let's do this. That is not what I'm out for. That is what I'm out for, I think. Yep. That's what we're out for. Okay, I think this looks good enough to me. I'm sorry for making this such a hassle. Hardened clay, there we go. Alright, let's do the south side this time. Image, black wool. And then the rest we can just create south copy. We can just do this, and then on the north side, image, hardened clay, and there we go. So that's an easy way to fix that. Now, to make the turn on button, I usually just create another cube, and I usually just size it down. Whoops, that was not size, that was position. And I create this one, and this not a very thick either, so we can just do 2 for that one. Actually, no, we'll do 3. So now this looks like a whole mouse. I apologize for that. So that was my fault too. I'm sorry that I can't look with both eyes on both these things. Simply not that good at life. Okay, that was a bit too much. There we go. Okay, now. No. Let's do this. That is good enough to me. Phases. No. Looking for red here. Apply. Copy. Paste. There we go. So that is the red light. Now with the entire monitor is pretty much done, but since I already have a keyboard, so I don't need to do that. So let's do File, to save project, to here. Let's name this flat screen, TV, File, export JSON. So you gotta export both the model and JSON. Model is only if you want to continue to modify this inside Model Creator. If not, then just export the JSON. Yeah. Name this flat screen dot JSON will be named, and let's do file exit. So now I'm just gonna move this to a better place right now. Sorry. Right now let's do actually I think we've got a better way of doing this. Let's do RPW, that's at least. So RPW stands for Resource Pack Workbench Layers. I will put down a link for that in the description, as well as the model creator. Alright, so here I already have one, but if you want to make a new project, you click on project, create new, not that. Create new project into blank project or project from Reese file if you want to add this onto something. The name is pretty much what you will see. Let me just do that. The project name follows pretty much what you call what this will say, but the title is what the repack thing will say. And once you've done that, you should have this up with the default icon RPW. Go into models, blocks or items depending on what you modified. And here you'll have all the block like JSON files for all the blocks. I've already modified a few. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit one of the actual stairs. I think that's it, at least. Let's do see what we can do. Sorry. Drop her. I don't know. I'll just pause and see what I can come up with. So I just did the carpet brown. So what you do is when you find a block that you want to modify, you right click on the block like here. You click import replacement and find the JSON file you just renamed and made. Once you've done that, you click on library. No, you don't. You click on here. You click on export pack to Minecraft, and the pack name should be whatever. You can rename it if you want. I already have mine, so if you don't have anything added to this yet, just click on don't change settings and just go. But I have to add pack to selected on top. Click export. You probably won't have this unless you've already modified it once and want to remodify it. I want to overwrite, so yes, and export successful. Now if you don't get this, something obviously went wrong and you probably need to fix that. Since I've never gotten that error, I sadly can't help you there. Sorry. Now once it's done, once done exporting, sorry about that, that was my watch. Sorry. Now if you've exported and you want to go out of here, go to project, save project, since you're going to save this before you enter in Minecraft in order if something would fail. So I'm just going to cancel quit game for now. project exit. So now you're pretty much done with that, and let's go into Minecraft. Just a quick notice, I'm using Optifine, which will probably be the best one for you viewing 3D files. Now I'm not sure if you actually need that or not, but I would strongly recommend it. Now, once you're in Minecraft, I'm using 8.8.8. I mean 1.8.8, which is the latest real release. I think so, at least, because I haven't seen anything new. So let's go to options, resource packs, and in here you should see your new resource pack you just created. If you have multiple ones, just go around and check which one is which. But I have it right here. This one is just test one, so I don't care. But this one, which is no space in, obviously, click on the arrow, and then you're done. So now, once you've selected your resource pack, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new world. Go to flat, super flat, because why not? And let's let the world load completely. And now let's find the block we just modified, which should be this one right here. Now, since this is one block, it's not that good, but let's make sure we're facing it correctly. So north is right here. Let's make a simple desk for this to sit on for now. Let's create a simple desk. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. So let's just create a simple little desk. Find spruce wood, and don't worry about this. You don't need to do this. It's just for more of a showcase. But I'm just gonna add everything else I added onto this. Here we go. And then the screen, beautiful screen. Now you see the rendering right here. You see the rendering on this one. So this, the red right here, that's just a smaller version of this. So yeah, it can get kind of messy, but if you make multiple models and you just do the edges for the two other ones or three other ones if you want to make a bigger screen. Depending on how many models you do, you can create even bigger screens. That just depends on what you want. So what I chose to go with is one of the more modular ones, which I don't mind that the arrows being here because it just looks cool when it's turned off. But there you have it, your gaming setup thing. Now, of course, you could just mess around, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this because this looks awesome. Or not, it's completely your choice, but I will try to do a rotation video, which will explain the rotation of these things, which is made so that you can actually rotate objects to look more realistic, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do whatever you wish, really. So these are also made with Mali Creator. Don't worry, I just made these using the same version that I used, same thing that I used for this tutorial. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video.